yeah, we gonna make them goals, yeah.
Hi, welcome to the Elite Experience. I'm Jafar. This is Michael, and we are analysts for PFTG Sports. Passion for the game.
Yes. Well, Jafar, actually, since we're on the Elite League, I think we spoke about the youths and generally with the evolution of mankind or evolution of our personal self, often comes the senior.
Yes.
So now we're gonna touch on the senior aspect of the league now, and we're better to start out of the defending champions, the Guyana Defence Force.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a wonderful season last night. They went out invincible, something as compared to Arsenal.
Yes.
They didn't lose any game, but I think one of the most focal point for GDF this season is going to be that they lost two key players in Ryan Bumaket, and they also lost another one of their talisman in Kelsey Benjamin. What's your take on the GDF for this season?
Well, before I even start, I would just like to say that the Arsenal analogy is kind of a thing of the past. We have Bayer Leverkusen, who just recently accomplished the invincibility. So let's forget about Arsenal for now, and I know that's going to rub some people around me. But yes, let's get back on track. GDF, to me, has been a very stable team within the Elite League. They've won it multiple times now. They continue to show that regardless of, like you said, whether they lose players or not, whether teams come or go, they are here to stay. And as long as they're here, they're going to be number one or number two, based on how you look at it, based on how they finish. Of course, losing those two players, Kelsey Benjamin is a prolific scorer. He's an excellent winger. He's very tricky with the ball. You're going to need one or two and three defenders just to contain. What he can do is exploits. And Ryan Hackett also presents another very good attacking option for any team. And any team, to me, would feel the pressure of losing two players of that caliber. So I think that's going to, throughout the season, that might be the team of GDF based on how they complete games. And I think GDF, for the most part, did they lose their coach?
No.
Exactly. So it's going to be interesting to see just how they graduate from losing those two players who I feel very passionately about, but I don't think it's that significant to derail their chances given the field of competition. Not saying that they will win again, but I don't think losing those two players would be the reason why they don't repeat as champions.
And I really love the point that you're speaking of the remaining challenges, even in the midst of what some of the local community is going to say as the news Kelsey, the news Bombo, kind of a tragedy. But I mean to say, GDF over the years have basically built their system and their style of play on hard work. So whether a player goes or a player comes, he or she needs to fall in line with what GDF is about, that hard work and that meeting football, which we must commit. But GDF, we can say this in the likes of Chris VC, who has been well, he already got the MVP award, not this is but the one before. We have Colin Nelson, who is right now the defending MVP of the league, as won MVP last season. There's Benji, the Nigerian, Benjamin Opara, who we see over the years, GFC and then now GDF. He is as consistent as they come. But also we can look at Trevor Pluck, who is also returning from Jamaica. I think he's going to bring a barrage of experience to this GDF team, and also not overlooking Shaman Scott, who I think is giving now, or basically getting the platform now to show that, hey, Kelsey's not here, this is what I can do.
Well, you basically making a point for why I don't feel as though the subtraction from GDF, the two players, wouldn't be the reason this GDF side don't get the job done, if indeed they don't get the job done. The field is a bit more competitive, if I'm being honest. Slingers is back in town. Slingers are working hard. They've employed a top coach, a very top coach who I feel passionately about. They have the caliber of player to challenge the GDF, Western Tigers, and I don't know how much you know, but I travel every day around those areas. Those guys are training, the Fruta Conquerors, the Western Tigers. They are on the ground almost nightly training. So I don't believe GDF task of repeating as champion is predicated on whether or not they would have lost those players or kept those players. Because you just mentioned 5 very good players who are still there. And I know GDF and their coach will find a way to keep that system, because like you said, it's a lot of pressing. And not too many guys could play under that press, and they're a very fit team as well. GDF is training every night too. So you're gonna have, it's gonna be interesting to see how they approach the season. But yeah, I don't think losing those 2 players will be the reason why they don't repeat as champions.
And also the team touted as, you know, as to be the team that is going to dethrone GDF, which is the Slingers Football Club. We've seen, you know, they had a wonderful season. But guess what? We're gonna touch on the Slingers when we return.
Yeah, we gonna make them go,